a little bit blowy today, so I hope you can hear me. But anyway, welcome back to Ben's Garage. Today, you might have seen this before. I wasn't going to do anything with it because we've got 2 chainsaws. We don't need another one. Anyway, my cousin's moving out and he's possibly going to need a chainsaw for odds and sods on their place. So I said, I'll get this fixed up because for what I can fix this up for, he won't be able to buy one of these for the same amount of money. And when it's all fixed, it'll be just like brand new. So what I'm going to do today, don't know if you can, I'll zoom in, but the coil has bust off. What happened was one of the bolts had come out, the coil had dropped down, chewed up the flywheel, chewed up the coil. So what we're going to do, I've got a new coil, I've got a new cylinder because it's broke the lugs off of the cylinder. I've got a new flywheel coming. So I'm going to basically strip it down so we can get the cylinder off. And we'll take it from there. So first things first, we'll get this coil off, which is just a case of just disconnecting it, which should be like that. You can, oh, there you can see that. That's all. What's the name? Now, when it comes to taking like the flywheel and the clutch off, there's obviously not a lot of compression there, so how are you going to stop it spinning when you want to undo that nut? And even more so on the other side where it comes to the like the clutch. On this side, taking that clutch off. Now they do a gadget which you screw into the spark plug hole. That don't fit. That don't fit. That fits. And what you do, you screw it in, you take the spark plug out, you screw it in and it stops the piston turning. I don't quite like that method because it potentially can damage the top of the piston. What I tend to do is I get a bit of rope, ever so thin rope, feed it in through the hole, turn the engine over, and as it comes up, it squashes the rope up in the top of the cylinder and it stops the piston from turning or going up and down and stop the engine from turning over. I like that method a little bit better, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to whistle this nut off. I reckon, is that 13? Yeah, that's 13 mil. I'm going to do it with a little impact gun. And that's come off, hopefully. That should. Might have to just tap it with something. I don't like levering it too much, but it might be enough just to break the yeah, there we go. Just because it's stuck onto the crankshaft. So that's the flywheel, which is quite worn out where the coil dropped down on it. You can see in there. Anyway, let's carry on. I think I'm going to end up having to take all the handle off to get to the bottom of the... We'll just keep taking bits off it. It's the only way to do it. Just keep taking bits off. That should come out of there. That's the handle off. We'll just keep taking bits off. So they're so basic. I mean, I've nearly got this apart now. Obviously, you know, I've not got the cylinder out or anything. We'll take that off. That's the fuel tank out the bloody way. I probably don't need to take this all off. One carburetor. I don't know what name they would call this, but on a car it would be an inlet manifold or something like that. Looks like the inlet manifold. Bigger than that. Bigger than that. Oh yeah, fighter. Oh yeah, bugger. This here is going to be the exhaust. And then underneath here we've just got 4 bolts, and that's going to be for the cylinder. Be a bit naughty, let's use the gun. So with those 4 bolts out, there shouldn't be anything now to stop this cylinder from coming off. Here we go, it's sliding up nicely. I'll pull that clean off. And there's the cylinder. It's actually quite good condition. There's no scores or anything on it, but these bloody tabs have all bust off, so we've got to change it. That patinged off and went somewhere. Not sure where. So now, I don't know if you can see that. I could just push that gudgeon pin out. Let's try it with there's a piston with a gudgeon pin. And look at this, I should really have taken that sprocket off, but no way I'm going to be able to do that now. So that is a Husqvarna 435, all stripped down, ready for new parts. They're turning up sometime this week, hopefully. So I'll get all this cleaned up and we can see about getting it put back together.